The national animal of England is the lion, which is interesting because you can't actually find lions in the wild in England. English wildlife may not be able to rival the great lions of Africa or the tigers of India, nor can it compete with the polar bears of the Arctic, lemurs of Madagascar, or the unique marsupials of Australia. But England is home to an array of amazing creatures, from the adorable red squirrel to the ferocious killer whale. Once common species are returning to English skies and countryside, from the beaver to the red kite and white-tailed eagle. The white-tailed eagle is England's largest bird of prey, with a wingspan of more than 2 meters. Also known as sea eagles, they prey largely on fish, but are also known to eat other birds and mammals. The white-tailed eagle actually went extinct in England during the early 20th century, but has returned to English skies thanks to conservation and reintroduction efforts. There are now approximately 106 breeding pairs according to the RSPB. The eagles are found in greatest numbers in Scotland, but there is a growing English population on the Isle of Wight, where successful reintroductions have taken place. In summer 2020, a white-tailed eagle was even spotted over London for the first time in hundreds of years. The eagles fly long distances, so wherever you travel in England for your wildlife adventure, keep your eyes on the skies. The saga of the red squirrel is one of tragedy. Once thriving throughout the UK, the species faced tough competition from the larger American grey squirrel, which not only outcompeted them, but also transmitted diseases to the native red squirrels. Today, the red squirrel's survival is tenuous, limited to Scotland, northern England, and the Isle of Wight. Conservation efforts are making strides, particularly with the reintroduction of pine martens in Wales. The presence of pine martens, natural predators to greys but not reds, aids in curbing the grey squirrel population, offering hope for the red squirrel's resurgence. For those seeking glimpses of red squirrels in the wild in England, the northern regions, such as the pine forests of Northumberland and the Lake District, remain strongholds. Additionally, the Isle of Wight sustains a native red squirrel population as greys were never introduced there. Explore the native wildlife of England through the lens of red squirrel conservation. Another triumphant tale of reintroduction success unfolds for England's wildlife, starring the Eurasian beaver. Nearly 500 years after being hunted to extinction, these industrious creatures made a stealthy return, initially noted in Scotland, where their reappearance held an air of mystery. As their presence thrived, the Scottish government officially reinstated them as a native species in 2020, affording them protection. In an unexpected twist, wild beavers emerged along the River Otter in Devon around 2008, prompting a trial that showcased their positive environmental impact. These beavers, through dam building, not only prevented downstream flooding, but also bolstered other species populations. The UK government is actively formulating a national beaver strategy, marked by fenced release sites sprouting across the nation, from the South Downs National Park to Cornwall, Cheshire and Devon. Currently, the River Otter in Devon, a vital English waterway, stands as the exclusive site to witness truly wild beavers in England. Experience the fascinating comeback of the Eurasian beaver and its transformative role in the English landscape. The distinctive all-white figure of the barn owl stands as one of England's most iconic creatures. Frequently observed at dusk, gracefully gliding low over fields in pursuit of voles, barn owls have become legendary. With an estimated 12,000 pairs across the UK, a substantial portion resides in England, and their population is on the rise. Barn owls now heavily rely on human-provided nest sites, often occupying protected reserves equipped with specially installed nest boxes. If you're keen on spotting this emblematic bird in its natural habitat, notable locations include wildlife trust reserves such as Blakeney Farm, Wiltshire, Hickling Broad, Norfolk, the Great Fen, Cambridgeshire, and Blue House Farm, Essex. Embark on a journey to witness the enchanting presence of the barn owl, a symbol of England's wildlife. Elusive and hard to spot, otters are another species which man has long persecuted, but which is now finally making a comeback in England. Thought to exist in every English county, the best chance of spotting an otter is along rivers and in well-protected wetland. These semi-aquatic mammals live on mainly fish and amphibians, so they never stray far from the water. East Anglia, the watery east of England, and the southwest are the counties in England with the best otter densities, though spotting one of these shy creatures is far from guaranteed. A great deal of luck is needed. We seldom associate killer whales with English wildlife. These fierce yet magnificent dolphins, yes, they are dolphins, not whales, are typically linked to distant locales. Surprisingly, there are spots off the British coast where encountering these incredible creatures is a genuine possibility. The Shetlands, in the waters north of Scotland, stand out as the most common location to witness them. While they occasionally venture as far south as the English coast, the chances of spotting one are exceedingly slim. Nonetheless, we've included them in our list of England animals due to their fascinating presence, even if it's a remote possibility. England boasts 6 species of wild deer, adding another layer of authenticity to its diverse wildlife. While we introduced the killer whale earlier, only 2 of these deer species are truly native to England: the red and roe deer. Fallow deer have been part of the landscape since Norman times, while muntjac, sitka, and Chinese water deer have been more recent introductions. Deer have become a common sight in England, so much so that their population poses a threat to our ecosystems. The absence of natural predators has led to deer nibbling on young trees, hindering their growth. There's a growing call for the return of the Eurasian lynx to England, a move witnessed in many parts of Europe. Surprisingly, even in the heart of London, you can find deer. Richmond Park, an oasis within the bustling city, serves as a unique refuge where traffic noise fades away. The basking shark, among the most unique animals in England, is a harmless giant. Stretching as long as a double-decker bus, it claims the title of the world's second largest fish, surpassed only by the whale shark, with a weight of up to 7 tons and a lifespan of 50 years. These sharks gracefully swim, showcasing their massive toothless mouths as they feed on plankton and microscopic organisms. Surprisingly, you can witness this gentle giant right here in England. Penzance in Cornwall serves as the ideal destination for snorkeling and boat trips to encounter this incredible creature. Basking sharks are a common sight in Cornish waters, particularly between May and September during their migration. Nearly driven to extinction in the early 1900s, over a century of conservation efforts has yielded remarkable results, making the red kite a thriving species once more in England, as evidenced by a recent sighting over West Ealing, London. The highly successful reintroduction to the Chiltern Hills in the East Midlands in 1995 led to a substantial increase in numbers, allowing the bird to steadily expand its range in all directions. Identifiable by their distinctive forked tail feathers, these birds are easily spotted in flight. The Chilterns remain an optimal location for observing them, especially along the M40 corridor between London and the Midlands, where they can be seen soaring high and swooping down to capture their prey. The gentle giant of the seas, seals, holds a special place among our favorite English animals to observe. Grey and common seals grace the entire English coastline, yet securing a sighting may require joining a seal boat trip. For an unparalleled encounter with these marine wonders, head to Norfolk, with Blakeney Point boasting England's largest grey seal colony. This resident population offers year-round viewing opportunities, and guided boat trips provide a chance to observe them both ashore and at sea, ensuring minimal disruption during sensitive periods like the breeding season.